Hey, welcome back to the Racing Trend. I'm your host Daniel, and today we are diving into my 2025 Formula One World Championship predictions. Let's go. So, let's start off with the fact that we have a 75th Formula One anniversary, and I think we're going to get a good one this year. I'm super excited to what we will see. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of controversies, big surprises along the way, and who is going to take the title. I'm really excited, and I think I have a few thoughts to share, a few of my predictions for this year, which I'm not sure I'll get right, but we'll see. So let's get started. Let's start with the rookies, and we have 6 rookies this year. Well, 6-ish rookies. I don't consider them proper rookies, not all of them, as I think a few of them had a couple of races compared to the others. But they are Oliver Bowman in the Haas. We have Andrew Kimi Antonelli in the Mercedes. We've got Jack doing the Alpine. We've got Gabriel Bortoleto in the Sauber. We've got Liam Lawson in the Red Bull, and we've got Isaac Hadjar in the Racing Bulls. So firstly, let's start with Liam Lawson and Oliver Bowman. Plus, of course, Jack Doohan had that one race in last season, in the last race of the season. Regarding Liam and Ollie, they've had a couple of races, especially Liam. I think he's had like 11 races in his belt. So I do expect them to have a bit of the step ahead of the others, and I'm excited to see how all of them will get on. I think the unknown for me is Kimi, Gabriel, and Isaac. I'm not sure what to expect from them. Of course, they're all super young, talented, of course, because in order to get into Formula One, you have to be one of the best drivers in the world. And so I'm excited to what these guys will do this year, how they'll get on, who will last till the end of the season, because of course Formula One is a ruthless business, and things go a bit south sometimes. I'm excited for them. I'm excited to maybe one of these guys will be our world champion in the future. Who knows? I don't see it. Don't see that any star quality yet, as of course we have barely seen any of them race. It's exciting, I think, to see them develop. How I think the main thing for all these guys is don't crash too much. Of course, you're going to crash, but learn, especially learn from your mistakes, and just take it all in. And for the rookies, I'm excited. Exciting that we have so many. That means the formula is working, I guess. Now, let's dive into who do I think will be our Constructor World Champion. It's a tough one, I think, but for me, I think it'll be Ferrari. I think this is based on the fact that I think for me, the strongest driver pairing. I think McLaren is a really, really close second, and of course, I think they are the team to beat. But I'm saying they are the car to beat for the time being, as I think they are the fastest at the moment. Of course, that's to be seen. It was just testing, so we don't really know who's where exactly. But yeah, I think Ferrari can do it. I think the biggest hurdle for Ferrari is, well, Ferrari. I just hope they don't do those stupid little, things that Ferrari does. Um, but yeah, I think they'll do it this year, and with Lewis and Charles in the team, I think that the team is really hyped for this season, and I think they're expecting a lot from themselves as well. So yeah, I think we all we're all excited for Lewis in general to see how he get on in the Ferrari. I just hope it's not a disappointing era of his career, but we'll see, right? We'll see. Now let's get into my top 10 drivers for 2025. Here's where I think things will shake out, and I'm trying to be as unbiased as I can possibly be, but I do think I've gone a bit crazy with this one, so hear me out, okay? In 10th, I went for Carlos Sainz. I'm expecting good things from him in the Williams. Carlos is a multiple race winner, and so I don't think it'd be big surprise to see him in 10th, even though I wish he was in a better team, and I think he deserves to be in a bit better team, because we know how good Carlos can be. And I think he'll get the better of Albon this year. So yeah, I'm expecting good things from Williams. They look quite good for this year, and I think Williams are definitely on the up, and I'm expecting big things from them in the future, to be honest. Because I like Williams. I think they're a solid team, and I know they're working so hard to get to the top again. 9th, I went for Pierre Gasly. I think he looks super comfortable in the Alpine. The Alpine itself looks quite good. Whether they'll sustain that throughout the year, we'll see. But yeah, Pierre looks solid, and I think he'll have a really good year, and I think should be well chuffed with 9th, considering that the guys ahead of him are in much better cars. So yeah, if he does anything better than 9th, I would be super impressed. In 8th, I went for Kimi Antonelli, the rookie. I think he has a lot to learn, and I think he'll make a lot of mistakes, but it's okay. It's his first year. He's still so young. He's still got so much to learn, and that's all he should focus on. Is just learn, and see what he can do the year after. So this year I'm expecting some if he's as good as people claim him to be, I'm expecting some star performances, because I think he has to show that. But yeah, I don't think he'll be just as consistent as the guys ahead of him. And yeah, I'm excited for what he can do, and yeah, let's see. In 7th, I went for Liam Lawson. Again, I still think he has, a lot to learn. I know he's not a proper rookie. He has had a few races, so he does have that, step ahead of the other guys. But he's going against Max Verstappen as his teammate. And I think that will be his biggest challenge for this year. I think his biggest struggle that he's probably ever had before, because we know what Max does to his teammates, demolishes them, to be honest. So I'm curious how Liam will, handle that, and how he will get on. Whether he'll do a better job than Perez, that's to be seen, of course. But yeah, I'm expecting good things from him. I think he'll be quite consistent. I just don't think he'll do better than 7th, as I think, like I said, the guys ahead of him will be my winners for this year as well. So I don't expect anyone else to win other than the top 6. So yeah, let's start with my 6th place. So in 6th, I went for George Russell. I rate George very highly. I think he's a super quick driver. Not saying he doesn't make, the odd mistake here and there, but I rate him really highly. I think he's an amazing driver. I just don't know where I can put that Mercedes, because it looked quite good in testing. But the Mercedes has been such a fragile car. It needs to be exactly with this temperature, exactly with this weather, with no wind, and rainbows and everything shining, beautiful, smooth ground and all that, for it to be, quick car. So I wouldn't put my trust in the Mercedes of being consistently quick, but I'm sure George will have a few wins, because I think Mercedes will get few races in the season where they will look just super quick, and they will be super quick, I'm sure. Now in 5th, this might be a surprise, but I went for Oscar Piastri. Hold on, I don't have anything against Oscar. I think, again, he's a super talent. I just haven't seen enough throughout the whole seasons, the last 2 seasons, for me to say, yeah, he's going to firstly beat his teammate, which I think it's his number 1 goal for now, to beat his teammate, especially in qualifying. And I just haven't seen that step that I believe he should have made last year. Of course, he won 2 races, and we've seen how impressive he can be when everything falls into place. But I just haven't seen it consistently. Whether he can take that step this year, that's to be seen. I hope he can prove me wrong, because when he came in 23, I really expected Oscar to be, consistently ahead of Lando at some point. So I still have that expectation of him. I'm just not sure if we'll see that yet, or ever, really. But yeah, I'm expecting Oscar to, of course, get a few race wins. I'm sure we'll still see the amazing racing from him. We know how, ruthless he is as well. I think he's got a really good set of mind on him. And yeah, let's see what he can do. I don't have anything against Oscar. I think he's a incredible driver. And yeah, we'll see. Now in 4th, please don't kill me for this one, but I went for Max Verstappen. Okay, hear me out. The only reason I didn't put him higher or in 1st is because I don't think the Red Bull will be like, 1st or 2nd quickest car. I expect the Red Bull to be more on the 3rd, 4th, battling more with the Mercedes. I do expect them to be, on it on a couple of races where, Max will show what, the guy is just, for me, Max is just insanely incredible driver. And the guy just doesn't make mistakes, for goodness sake. For me, that is so impressive. And so with that in mind, for me, the fact that the car will not be quite up there is the only reason that Max will be finishing fourth in the championship. Because for me, it's either he finishes fourth, fifth, sixth, whatever, or he finishes first. Because the talent that this guy has, I think it's really, really hard to match for any driver at the moment. I haven't seen anyone else to be at that level for the past few years. And I think it'll be hard for anyone to even reach that level at any point. Because what he's shown in the last, 2, 3 years, 4 years is incredible. I mean, like I said, you just don't see him making mistakes. He makes some odd racing decisions, overtaking wise, but that's for another story. But other than that, that's the reason why I put Max fourth. So don't kill me on this one. There is a reason behind my madness, and for me, it's just purely for the fact that I think either finishes fourth or worse, or he finishes first. Let's see. Let me know what you think about that one. Now let's go into my top 3, and I'll start with the first place. Who do I think will be the world champion? And of course, we have just 3 drivers left. For me, the world champion for this year will be Lando Norris. I'm saying just. I don't think it'll be just a clean, easy, title. I think there'll be a few mistakes along the way. I just think he needs to be a bit more ruthless, especially on that first lap. I think he's definitely got the potential. We've seen it, we've seen when things work, he is bloody quick, and he's definitely got the car under him. I just think he just needs to focus on himself, just block out the noise around and just get on with it. And I think he'll make that step this year, as we've seen any first world champion do in the first year that they won the championship. So any doubters out there, I get it. I understand where the doubt can creep in. But I think Lando can do this year, and let's see how he gets on. In second, I went for Lewis Hamilton. Now, I think a lot of people have written him off, but for me, it's just a hunch. I think he's still got it. And I'm not saying age can't play a factor, because I think it can. He's going against guys that are 10, 15, 20 years younger than him. And surely that has to play on his mind. But I think he still really wants to prove to himself and to the people around that he is still their man. He's the GOAT of our sport, let's be honest. And so, I expect Lewis to surprise a few people this year, and I'm excited what he can do in the Ferrari, and I just hope the Ferrari is quite good and it's up there, and I'm sure we'll see Lewis win a couple of races, and yeah, I'm excited for this period of his life, how he get on with the Ferrari, how the dynamic between Charles and Lewis will get on. And let's be honest, the reason why I put him ahead of Charles is because Lewis, if he just smells a bit of blood from Charles, he will eat him up. I truly believe that. Forget how ruthless Hamilton can be. Throughout the years, we've seen that. So if Charles wants to beat him, he can't show any weakness. Mentally, on the track. But of course, I do think it'll be very hard to beat Charles. To be the top man in Ferrari, I think it'll be very hard. But I believe he can still do it. I really do. Thirdly, of course, I went for Charles Leclerc. Listen, I really like Charles. I think he's an amazing driver. Super quick, especially in qualifying. I still expect him to get a couple of wins this year. Thirdly, of course, I went for Charles Leclerc. I really like Charles. I'm a big fan of his. I think he's an amazing driver, super quick, especially in qualifying. I just don't know, especially going against Lewis. I think they'll challenge him a bit more than his previous teammates. Sorry. But whether Charles can do it, that's another story, and that is yet to be seen. With him, can he? I think he has to just make that step ahead in order to not only beat Lewis, but I think to win the World Championship, because we know he has the talent to do so, but you have to do that consistently throughout the year. You have to just be on it, and take those chances where it just seems unlikely to get, where we've seen Lewis, Max, Alonso do that. Yeah, we'll see what Charles can do this year. I think, like I said, it's going to be super competitive this season. And, I'm talking about, I think the top 6, I think they'll be really close throughout the year, and I expect I think even the lead of the World Championship changing on maybe from race to race. Because I think, as good as I see the McLaren to be, I still think they will have some circuits where they'll be less good at, of course, where I think Ferrari or Red Bull or Mercedes will be better. So yeah, those are my predictions. Let me know what you think. Have I gone crazy? Who do you think will be the world champion this year? Are you excited? So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.